Introduced. The House comes to questions for oral answer. Question number 1 in the name of Dr. Russel Norman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister and asks, does he stand by all his statements?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, yes.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Dr. Russel Norman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Does he stand by his statement in relation to the Ruataniwha Dam that, quote, there's quite a bit of debate about the science, end quote? And if so, is the debate that he's referring to being generated by other scientists, or is the debate being generated by federated farmers?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, answer the first part of the question, yes.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Dr. Russel Norman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, with regard to debating the science, does he agree with the statements by Associate Professor Russel that, quote, more pollutants, lower water quality, it's not rocket science, end quote, or by Professor David Hamilton that, quote, business as usual will not get us over the line on water quality, or is it that he wishes to dispute the statements of Dr. Mike Joy that the impacts on freshwater from dairying have definitely gotten worse in the last 3 years?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, some of those statements have an element of truth in them, but there is a range of particular views from the scientific community, and we'll see how the thing plays out.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Dr. Russel Norman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, with regard to the range of views, when he said on the BBC's Hard Talk programme 3 years ago that he can find another scientist to state that intensive agriculture isn't polluting our rivers, how is that going, and can he tell us the names of these other scientists?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, well.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Dr. Russel Norman.
Can he tell us the names of those other scientists?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, there'll be a range of people that would indicate that you can actually increase agriculture and do it in an environmentally balanced way.
Supplementary.
Order. Supplementary question, Dr. Russel Norman.
Does the Prime Minister agree with the Otago Regional Council, which stated that his government's water quality rules misapply the science and would result in water bodies that are not only unsafe for swimming or letting your dog swim in, but are potentially toxic and unsafe for stock to drink from?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, no.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Dr. Russel Norman.
Is the reason that his government is repeatedly rejecting the scientific evidence when it comes to Maui's dolphins, polluted rivers or climate change, because this is the reason that the scientific evidence conflicts with his economic agenda of more oil, more cows and more motorways?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Answer the last part of the question, no.
Question number 2, John Hayes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Finance. What progress is the government making in allocating proceeds from its share offer program to pay for new